Hello, if you have joined us on this webinar, welcome everybody. Please do just take a moment as we gather everybody. Please do write in the chat window here.
Okay.
Hello, if you have joined us on this webinar, welcome everybody. Please do just take a moment as we gather everybody. Please do write in the chat window here. Yep, all ready to go. Okay. I'm hearing lots of repetition. I don't know if you can hear that too.
I can see, but you're not talking on my screen.
Okay, so we're just testing.
Hi
everybody. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Oh, can you turn
testing,
your
1, 2,
switch off? Okay.
Okay, so
Hey, Catherine, right off. Because otherwise you can't. Are we live?
I think we are. This is. I can see you. I can see. Oh yes, I can see us both.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
We are live. Fantastic.
Let me just double check. Hi Maggie from Holland. That's fantastic. So if you can hear us loud and clear, please do write in the box and introduce yourself so we know who's here with us this evening. And I've just realised this camera is turning everything around the other way. So let me just try and point the right way. There's also about a 15-second delay, which is rather strange.
I've got it.
So please write in the box there.
So we'll just wait another few moments before we start. I think we have 7 people. We're expecting about 30. So hello to all the Australians who are probably still asleep at this moment. And I know a lot of people are watching the recording of this later. So hello to you all. Thank you for joining us, and hope you've had a wonderful day. So if anyone else is there, if you'd like to write in the chat box. And in the meantime, so please make sure that you have some space. If you can sit in a quiet place to be with us, to be with Louise and myself for the next few minutes. Make sure that you're hydrated and that you have everything you need, including a notebook and pen with you. And another thing, if you haven't done many webinars before, it's quite easy to kind of half listen with one ear and to check your Facebook at the same time and look at your emails. So I'm going to ask you for this time to close every other window apart from this webinar. Because it's really important that we enjoy this time together and make the most of it. So please, just if you can, just be with us for these next few minutes. We would really appreciate that. So welcome, I'm Jane, and I am one of the tutors on the Power to Live Your Dreams course. I give a session in week 9 about making time your ally. And I also help to make the course run smoothly. So it's my honour to be with you today. And I'm going to ask Louise to introduce herself as well.
Hi everybody, wonderful to be with you here tonight, and oh yeah, fantastic, really looking forward to our time together and to really looking at some important points to keep you motivated and really on track with this amazing course. So looking forward to our evening, and please, any questions you have, keep them coming in, write them. I actually can't see them in my box, so I'll ask Jane to actually, she can speak out the questions that you have so I can answer anything. Unfortunately, for some reason, I'm not getting them. So hopefully they're on your side, Jane.
So I can see Maggie's comments, and actually that's all I'm seeing for now. So let me just double check what else we're seeing on the other side. Yep. And we have Ayla here in the background as our technical assistant, keeping everything going beautifully. So great. So what we wanted to cover with you tonight are three main things, because we know you've all been incredibly busy, and we know that it can sometimes be really hard to make time for the really important things in life because life can take over. And I think the Dreams course is maybe one of those things. A lot of you have given us feedback that you've had busy summer holidays if you've been in Australia, perhaps, or you're coming up to summer in the UK, you've just finished summer. Life can just get very hectic. And the Power to Live Your Dreams course is amazing, but you have to actually go there. You have to actually watch those videos. You have to actually put the effort in to make the process work. So we thought tonight we would cover a few things that might help you work with the course again. There's all these resources there for you. They're here, they're for you. So we'd love you to be able to use them as well as you can in your daily life, no matter how busy life gets. We've had some great questions from some of you by email, from Miranda and from Claire, so we'll be covering those. And also Louise and I will be sharing with you what our top videos are. If you don't have much time, what should you definitely watch that will make a big difference to your day? So we're going to cover that later, and we've got a little surprise for you at the end as well. So please do stay with us. We're planning to be here for 45 minutes or so. So we'll get going. So I'm going to ask Louise to start and to talk about how to keep on track with the course.
Okay. Well, it was an absolute pleasure to make this course and to bring so many amazing techniques together in order to help each one of us to kind of achieve our goals and to realize our dreams. And I've spoken to quite a few people who have completed the whole Power to Live Your Dreams course. But I would say those people, there's probably more people who haven't completed than the people who have completed, if I'm being totally honest. And everybody I speak to says, you know what, I love it. I was so motivated at the beginning, but you know what? Life just gets so busy, and I just don't know how I have the time. Well, I don't have the time to fit it in. Time is one challenge that people have. Another challenge that quite a few people say to me is that they've just somehow lost the initial excitement that they had. That initial get up and go that makes them want to listen to the course and to apply the techniques, because we live in a busy, busy world. So today I thought I would share a few points, just a few reminders from the course, because actually the course has everything in it that you need in order to achieve your goals and to achieve your dreams. Everything is in there, I promise you. So it's more a matter of us reminding ourselves as to why we wanted to do the course in the first place. And that's a really important point to go back to. For those of you out there who are saying, oh my goodness, I've lost my motivation. Remember why it is that you bought the course in the first place. What was it that really inspired you and motivated you to get it? And for every single person I know that I've spoken to, when they first began, it was because they had a dream, they had a goal, something they really wanted to achieve, but was finding it difficult to bring that dream or that goal into fruition. And so we're looking for some help to actually make that happen. So I would say to you, first of all, take some quiet time, some space, just sit down quietly and remember, what was it that initially inspired you? What was it? What was your dream? What was your goal? What is your dream? What is your goal now? And close your eyes for a few moments and evoke that feeling inside of you. Really reawaken that feeling inside of you as to why it was. And I promise you, as soon as you have that, and you remember that, because every goal, every dream we have has a particular feeling to it, and something kind of bubbles up inside of us. So when you get that, go, okay, I'm back on track. And then find a way of anchoring that inside of you, whether it's a particular affirmation that you come up with, whether it's a mudra, a hand gesture that you hold, something that anchors that sense of excitement, that sense of remembrance back inside of you. Okay, and I find that to be a very powerful thing to do, because we forget. We're human, and sometimes we forget why it is that we originally began on a particular journey. So once you have that, then unfortunately there is no magic formula to being completely motivated and completely proactive all the time. It's not like you can take a pill and it just happens. We have to put really practical things in place. And in fact, watching the course is a bit like your goal setting. You need to set goals in order to put the watching and the learning of the techniques of the course into your goal plan. Okay, so I would say to you, start off again, if you've kind of lost the plot a little bit, start off again with just saying to yourself, I'm going to do 15 minutes a week. That's it, just 15 minutes. You know, and I promise you, if you start with 15 minutes, you want to go on till 20 and 30 minutes, because you're going to get in there and you're going to love what you're hearing. So make it a special time that you actually watch. Okay, so like, for example, you may go to a class every week. On a Wednesday or a Thursday night, you go to a particular class, or I don't know, you meet your friends at a certain time. Maybe you have like certain events that you do each week. Make watching the Power to Live Your Dreams course actually a weekly ritual that you set up on a particular time. So say, for example, you say, right, on every Wednesday evening, I'm going to dedicate half an hour of my time to watch the Power to Live the Dreams course and to really work on my goals, to work on my dreams. And you set that time. Now, okay, how are you going to make sure that you keep to it? You're going to make that time so delicious that you cannot resist it. So all your favorite drinks around you, the sofa nice and comfortable, you're really in a wonderful position, you've got your notebook, you've got your pen, you've got everything that you need, whatever it is around you, and you sit down and you really feel relaxed. This is not something you're just going to fit in between times. You feel relaxed, you feel like, yeah, this is my time for me. Like Jane's just doing now, she's putting the cushion behind her on the sofa. And you sit down and you really make that time something that's important for you, because remember, this is your life. We're talking about your dreams. We're talking about your happiness, your ambitions, your achievements. This is your opportunity to fulfill those within your own life. So it's the most important half an hour, 15 minutes, half an hour that you will spend every week. I try that in my own life, and I find it to be very, very effective. If I myself personally leave it to chance to actually fit in my study time and learning, and remember, life only evolves when we learn. Otherwise, we stay stuck in one place, very comfortable with what we're doing, very comfortable, and even maybe achieving, but we don't push to that place of realizing something far greater if we don't learn. So it's your investment in yourself, those 15 minutes. Okay, so there's just a couple of techniques or of times that you can bring yourself together to make that a time that you look forward to every single week. So I'll hand back over to Jane now. I'll come back to you in a moment and continue.
Thank you, Louise, and thank you from this lovely, comfy sofa. This is the perfect place for my 15 minutes. And I wanted to say hello to Cherry, hello to Miller, hi Claire, hello Alison, hi Sarah and Maggie. It's lovely to have your comments. Please do keep writing how you're getting on, and also what would be really helpful for us is to know, where are you up to in the course? Have you watched 1 week or 2 weeks? Did you nearly get to the end and then did life take over? Where are you actually up to? Or did you just randomly pick some videos? If you could write that in for us now, that would be really, really helpful, so that we can see how we can support you really with the course. Because You know, when we created this course, we knew we were packing in so much information. We were giving the cream of Mansukh, Chris, Lalita, Louise, Paulette, Chandra, and there's so many fantastic tutors on this course. Honestly, you know, I've just been going through some of the videos and remembering what fantastic sessions we've had. And sometimes when there's so much treasure, it's hard to choose what to go for. So I think what Louise is just saying about 15 minutes is really, really important. And I was just thinking, you know, we love relaxing, you know, watching something on TV, perhaps, you know, maybe we're addicted to Poldark at the moment. Well, why don't we see that the Dreams course is like our spiritual version of Poldark? Actually, that this course has the chance, if we use it well, to completely revolutionize our life. So isn't that more important sometimes to relax with a video from the Dreams course than maybe something else? And that's just something we have to ask ourselves, isn't it? It's prioritizing things that are going to make a huge difference to our life, to our mood, to how we can be with our families. And even one time I was just really tired and I thought, right, I'm going to have a bath. And while I was in the bath, I watched Mansukh's video on how to create your vision board, because it was about 45 minutes. I thought, that will be lovely. And so I brought in 2 enjoyable things, and I got to watching the videos. I know I've spoken about Patricia in Australia a few times, and she chops vegetables while she's watching the videos. So I think making sure, as Louise said, you make that appointment with yourself, you don't leave it to chance, but also you can multitask and you can make it something that you look forward to. I wanted to just move on to just revising some of the material of the course and getting us just to think, what does a typical day look like for someone who has a really successful life? You know, it's a bit like the Gita, isn't it? How does that man of steady wisdom, or that woman of steady wisdom, that woman who is working on their dreams, how can you fit it into your life and make each day powerful? Have you ever wondered that? Yeah. So if you don't get a chance to watch many of the videos, one that I do recommend is on week 3, on module 3, and it's Mansukh's session on the 4-stage power walk, because it's such a powerful way of starting your day in the right way. And that's what I find sometimes, you know, with all the spiritual practices that we do, we know so many things to do, but actually getting our brain engaged first thing in the morning can be hard. And if we get out of bed straight away with positivity and passion and dynamism, using the technique that Mansukh shares in this video, I found it's the best way to really keep yourself motivated and going towards your dreams. So have we all watched this video? Do you all do it? So just a reminder, so I've got some notes here. So what he says in that video is the first 45 minutes is key to having a totally successful day. And it's just a 4-step process. First, you get out of bed. Get out of bed, maybe just have a drink of water and get out into nature if you possibly can. And spend 3 to 5 minutes walking fast, perhaps having a run, and just doing it with awareness and with mindfulness of what you're doing, seeing the beauty of nature. In the Northern Hemisphere, we're just moving into autumn. So looking at the colours, engaging with the smells, the sight, getting your senses awake. And then we work with an incantation, as Mansukh calls it in the video. And so the one that we use in that process is, with every step and every breath, I am, and then you can add your key affirmation in here. So with every step and every breath, I am getting stronger and stronger. With every step and every breath, I am moving towards my goals. You can add in what's really going to work for you. And then have a time for gratitude. Have a time for gratitude for all those blessings that we all enjoy. First, Mansuc says, be grateful to yourself, and then be grateful to people around you. And then there's no room for fear or self-doubt. Then we do the power breathing. You remember that with the fingers? So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out through the mouth, 2, 3, 4. It's so powerful. This morning I was out there, it was raining and I didn't care. I was in my wellies and my waterproofs in the valley. The sheep gave me quite strange looks, but it cleared my mind. It got my body strong so that then I could create a powerful day. And then after the power breath for 3 to 5 minutes, then we move into stillness. We stand still and we create our powerful day. So this is such a simple process, but in my experience, if you get those first few minutes right, the rest of the day is going to work. And those other aspects that I would then bring in, how does somebody who is living their dreams engage with their day? So you start off with this powerful time in nature or in the park, you just get out, get moving. And then you have time for stillness. And you review your goals. Now, if you watch week 9, Making Time Your Ally, I go through how to make your master action plan practical for every day into your daily action plan. So please do watch that video. If you haven't seen it yet, jump ahead to week 9. I know some of you are saying you've done a couple of modules and you've done the 30-day challenge. That's fantastic. Jump ahead to week 9. Go for it. And it explains there how to make a really good action plan for your day. So after your walk, you review that, you create your day, you keep accessing that plan throughout the day, you keep looking at it. Every time you have a break, maybe you just go to the loo, look at your plan again. Are you achieving those steps towards your goal as you go through your day? And then at the end of the day, you review, how did it go? And then you make a strong plan for the next day. In the morning, when you've had your powerful walk, then you prioritize. So it's a simple plan, but it really does work. And I know in my experience, when I've been really busy and I forget to make a plan, chaos ensues. When I make a great plan, I feel I'm working step by step towards those really important goals. So go for it. Over to Louise.
Thank you. And of course, Jane and I were both promoting our own sessions, because I'm going to say fantastic on week 4 is my goal setting session. And basically that's just a nice follow up to what Jane was just saying, the importance of how we set our goal. And remember, your goal doesn't have to be something that's so huge. Sometimes when we think of goals, we think of like massive things that take a long time to achieve. They can be goals that are on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. And I was speaking to somebody a few days ago and they said, you know, I think I've lost track of my goals. I'm not quite sure what my goal is anymore. I said, well, your goal can be something as simple as, say, for example, you're working with your health, that you want to incorporate healthy eating into your diet. You want to make changes to your diet. So your goal would be that every day you would make sure that you introduce some kind of healthy food into each one of your meals, or you decide that you're going to cut out, wheat or sugar, all those things that we know aren't good for us, or chocolate for a certain amount of time. But they are goals. Goals can be really small things on a daily basis, to the largest. It doesn't really matter. The most important thing is that it's what you want to achieve. And in my session on goal setting, there's fantastic 10 amazing steps to how you can achieve your goals. And it begins by one important thing, which is when you've decided on what your goal is, but it begins with believing in yourself. And I think that's a fundamental part of achieving what we set out to achieve, even as much as, do you watch the Power to Live Your Dreams course? When you really believe in yourself and you really value what it is that you want to achieve, when you value yourself, then you'll find it much easier to set your goals, to achieve your dreams. And remember that fantastic session that Paulette did on module 2 on aligning our values and beliefs. Always go back to that. That was an amazing session, which really, I think a lot of people had aha moments there, like, oh my goodness, when they realized that actually their dreams were not in alignment with their internal beliefs. And that, no matter what you're aiming for, if you don't believe that you can achieve it, or your values are different to your dream, then you're going to be working really hard and you'll keep getting stuck. And I find that a lot of people who come to me who say they're having that challenge, that is one of the first places you look is what you're going for, is it in alignment with what you believe? You know, is it in alignment with your values? So your values, and then there's your beliefs. And then, of course, you have your beliefs, which are good beliefs, and the beliefs that we have that are self-limiting. So that's where it's important for us to look at that part of ourselves. And one thing I just wanted to put in here is that our inner dialogue plays a great part in determining whether we achieve our goals or not. Our inner dialogue is everything. And you know, I was reading an amazing book recently that was talking about how are you like this, all right? You know, there's that voice that keeps going on and on and on inside of our head all of the time. So you sit down and you say to yourself, right, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch the Power to Live Your Dreams course. You know, I'm going to sit down, I've got my time, I've got my cup of tea, everything's ready. And you sit down and that voice says to you, are you joking? Are you going to waste half an hour doing this when you should be busy doing something else? You know, and that voice is in there. And sometimes that voice can be so loud that you say to yourself, oh my goodness, okay, maybe I better not, maybe I better do this. It's not really priority. I should be doing something more important. And that voice, that inner self, is like we have this voice inside of us that consistently tells us that maybe we're not, we don't believe in ourselves, we're not good enough to achieve our goals, our dreams, we're not clever enough, we don't have enough resources, we don't have enough time. All of those amazing voices, or that one voice that tells us that consistently. So, you know, I'd like you, when you hear that voice, one very powerful technique is just to step back slightly, okay? Become the witness, as we're taught. I know most of you, I think everybody out there practices their yoga and their meditation. So go back into that silent sitting every day and just sit back inside of yourself and witness, become the witness to that voice, and know that actually that disempowering voice is not you. It is really not you. And replace those, if you like, those negative beliefs with the positive. So imagine you say to yourself, you know what, I really haven't got the time to do this now. I'm not going to do it. I'll do it later. I'll listen to Paulette's aligning values and dreams later on. I'll do it at some point. And then you change that to say, no, I am going to feel so amazing. I'm going to feel like I've achieved so much when I sit down and watch just 15, 20 minutes of this amazing session. I will come out of there feeling, wow, I'll feel great. It'll have stilled my mind. I'll be on track with my goals. It'll remind me again of what my values are and how important it is to align my dreams to my values. And that's all it takes. It just takes some inspiration and like somebody saying to you, you can do this, you can achieve that, just to get us back on track. We're all pretty proactive. We're all pretty sorted, you know, but there's an important, right association is everything. So if you hang out with people and you watch people who are motivated, and please, you know, talk amongst yourselves. You know, the people who are doing the Dreams course, you know, email them, Skype them, whatever, you know, come together, inspire each other and motivate each other to keep on track, because it is so worth it. So go back to that session of mine, which is the 10 steps to achieving your goals, beginning with believing in yourself. You know, knowing what it is, what's your leverage for achieving your goal, down to smart goal setting, you know, being specific, writing it down, being detailed, timelining, all those very, those goal setting rules, if you like, that we know so well, but we forget to apply on a daily basis. And then I complete by sharing 2 very important spiritual laws, which really help you to access the abundant universe and to bring your goal and your dream into real fruition. And they, those spiritual principles are incredibly important. So go back to that. And I just want to say another very small video, which I always love, and that's Chandra. She teaches the Cutting the Illusion sequence on module 5. Cutting the Illusion. And that's fantastic because, as good yogis out there, you'll know the importance of, sometimes we can struggle with our mindset, but when we bring movement in, affirmation, breath work, and visualization, it's an incredibly powerful tool for changing our minds, for changing our whole kind of like being, our emotions, our feelings. So she literally, with that sequence, Cutting the Illusion, which is, we've been practicing and teaching that sequence for such a long time, many, many years, got a lot of power behind it, but it literally teaches us to cut through the limiting self-beliefs, cutting through the excuses, the procrastination, everything that we put there to stop ourselves from achieving our dreams, from achieving our goals. So have a little look at that. So that's module 5, Cutting the Illusion. Really short and sweet, but incredibly powerful. Over to you, Jane.
Thank you, Louise. So we're loving the comments that you're putting in. Thank you so much for letting us know where you're up to on the course. Some of you have done about 3/4 of the course, and you're saying that you'd like to do many of the sessions again. So that's great. And Kheri's saying, I like it so much that I watch every video twice or even 3 times. There's so much in it. Thank you, Kheri. It's true. There's masses in there. Some of you've just done a couple of modules, and I love what you say, Claire, because Claire says, I'm waiting for the right time to really start doing this course. Isn't that right? Isn't that the voice that Louise was talking about, that says there's so many other more important things to do? And that's what I think this process of supporting each other can really do, is actually saying now is the time. There won't be another perfect time. Nobody's going to come up to you and say, Jane, I want you to stop doing all your other work and focus on achieving your goals. We're going to put all the rest of your life on hold. Just go for your dreams, your goals. Everything else will be taken care of. It's never going to be like that, is it? So it's important to find ways of bringing all those parts of our lives together, and knowing that our largest life goals are so important to remember from day to day. And going back to my session in week 9 again, I talk about the difference between urgent and important goals in life, or things that come up in our day, being able to discriminate between what's urgent and what's important. Because a lot of the things, the emails that come in, most of them are other people's priorities for us. Most of the things that come up in our radar that need dealing with, they're urgent, but are they important? And a lot of the work we're doing here, this is our life, this is our health, these are our relationships, this is our long-term financial health. These things are long-term, really, really important, but because they may not be shouting at us to do them now, it's so easy just to put them off. So having a day that is empowered and working with the 8 powers is such a crucial thing. So if you don't have time to watch all the videos, please just take a few moments to watch those videos by Mansukh on the 8 powers. They're not too long, some of them are very short, but they give us the power to then make those dreams achievable. And one of the diagrams that I really love, so I'm going to just show you my copy here. I don't know if you can see that. This is the whole process of the course, and I think this is what it's really important to keep remembering again and again, that the techniques that we teach on this course like the Golden Eagle sequence, the 3-stage power breath, lots of the beautiful techniques that Nana teaches, the Silver Orbit meditation. So I don't know if you can see that at the bottom of the page. This was available as a download. So, you know, please do go back and download these worksheets because they're fantastic. The 4-stage power walking and the 4 directions, they all activate the 8 powers of success. So please do, again, look at those videos. Those powers are what makes this course really, really unique. There are so many techniques out there about goal setting and achieving your goals, but this is the spiritual power that is going to make your dreams possible, because this is what makes the Power to Live Your Dreams course really what it is. It gives you the power, the spiritual power, the mental power, the physical power to actually make those action plans and those goals achievable. And then you can create your vision board. You've got your plan. That's it, an empowered plan, and you can then achieve your life's purpose, your active life's purpose, and all your dreams. So I thought it was just quite good to remember the whole process of this course, what makes it special, and then how to choose, how to prioritize what you watch if you don't have much time. I really do think those 8 powers are really, really powerful. So have you watched the 8 power videos? Please tell us what you found. What results have you found from working with those videos? Could you just write that in there for us now? Okay, and I'm going to hand over to Louise again. Thank you.
Thank you. So one other question I get a lot is, I don't have the time, or one comment I hear, I really don't have the time to watch the programs, the sessions, and more than that, I don't have the time to kind of really put into achieving my goals, because again, I'm so busy with work, with home, and you know, etc., etc. So remember, do one thing, one small thing every single day. You know, make time your friend. Don't say, I'm going to write a book, write a page. Really simple. Every day, the most important thing is that you take one step every single day in order to achieve your dream. And when you do that, can you imagine 7 steps a week? 7 steps. By the end of a week, you'll have moved so far along your own path. But if we sit there and say, I don't have the time, I don't have the time, then by the end of the week, we won't have achieved anything. So remember, just, you know, say to yourself, this is important. In Jane's session, Making Time Your Ally in Module 9, watch it. You know, she teaches you about time management. She'll talk to you about how you can work with time, how you can create time in your own life. And actually, we all know how many minutes there are in a day and how much of that time we spend. Maybe we could spend it in ways that are more productive. So I just want to put that in now, is look at her session and work with time. Mansak always says that time can be your greatest friend, or he can be your greatest enemy. You know, but if you make friend your time, if you befriend time, then it literally expands for you. And I think you'll know that when you're really absorbed in something, when you're doing something you really love, you know, you completely lose track of time, don't you? And sometimes a moment can feel like, or like, I don't know, 10 minutes can feel like an hour, because you just lose completely track of time. You're so absorbed in that. So if you can work with that through your meditation, through the techniques that Jane has just reminded us of, you know, they all bring time into your life in a way that you can expand it, that you can work with it. So I'd say to you from here, if you feel like you're so busy, just do one thing a day. Just one thing a day, and by the end of the week, you'll feel incredibly, you'll feel proud, you'll feel like you've achieved something, and you'll feel really good about yourself. And the thing is too, you know, often another question that comes up is like, how do I prioritize what's important? You know, really, there's so many things, I have so many things in my life. How do I prioritize what is really important to me? And again, you know, Jane's looked at what's urgent and what's important. What I would say to you is go back to, you know, that moment of contemplation. Sit down in your meditation, sit and focus and reflect and really feel into what is important to you. Out of all your goals, all of your dreams, sit down and say, which one feels like the most important thing to move forward in my life at the moment? Okay. And when you have that, very clearly write down why you want to achieve it, why it's important to you. And then when you've written that list of things down, and I talk about this in my session, on the goal setting session, when you have that, then write down on the opposite piece of paper all the things that stop you from doing it. And then for everything that you've written down that stops you from taking that dream forward, from achieving that goal, from ticking off the to-do list on a daily basis, write down one solution. Because I promise you there is a solution for every obstacle that we place, and I say we place, in the way of us achieving our goals. And really for me, this is what this whole course is about. It ultimately brings us back to ourselves to say, in so many different ways. Remember, this course is about realizing your dreams, but those realization of your dreams is about your life. And you have to come back to that point again. It's about your fulfillment. It's about making your life as exciting and as precious and as a life that really contributes in a way that you're really proud of. So, and that goes from the smallest goals on a day-to-day basis to your weekly goals, your monthly goals, your yearly goals. It's all about your own journey of learning to know yourself. And you'll come across parts of yourself that you'll get stuck. And those are the parts that you want to work out your solutions for and put into place. Because if they're tripping you up on your goal setting, they'll be tripping you up in other areas of your life. And that's what this whole course teaches you. So, you know, as Jane said, go back, just watch a little bit of it. I'm saying to you once a week, you know, as if it was, make that special date for you to sit down every week to go slowly work through the course or hop around to whatever you feel drawn to, but really make it something that really nurtures you and that you feel yourself progressing and moving forward from. And, you know, and it's fantastic to be able to share with you. And please, in between the courses, do send in, you know, in between these webinars, send in your questions, send in your stuck points. You know, that's what we're here for, is to help to offer advice and guidance and some of our own experiences as well, that have helped us in our own lives as well. So over to Jane.
Thank you, Louise. It's so true. And I think, you know, the message I have for all of you is, because this is an online course, and I know some of you are connecting with us today from Kenya and from Australia and from all over Germany and the Netherlands and Europe, you know, it's quite easy to feel alone on this journey, even though you know that you've got a community of friends, but sometimes you can physically be slightly isolated. Please do connect, because in my experience, having a sense of community is what makes this journey, going towards our dreams, much more possible. And I've put in the chat box the link to our Power to Live Your Dreams Facebook page. Please do make sure you've liked it, because that's where we put inspiring quotes and videos. It's a way for us to come together and share our experiences. How's the course going? And the other thing as well, please, when you watch the videos, please could you always write something underneath the video? How's it worked for you? How can you share your experiences to inspire other people who are working with the videos? And especially because we've moved to the new Kajabi from the old system that the Dreams course was on. Unfortunately, we weren't able to move your comments over from the old system to the new system. So please do take time just to write a few words when you've watched the videos, how they've worked for you. We'd be ever so grateful for that. Thank you. And we've got a question from Claire. Thank you, Claire. I know you're there today, so it's lovely to have your feedback and your lovely questions. And I think this is a really good one, and I'm going to invite Louise to give some feedback on this one as well. So her issue, Claire, your issue is about not having one clear goal or having too many. And Claire says, sometimes I feel I must have an amazing dream before continuing with the course. I can't just have a small dream. And I think a lot of that is to do with our feeling of self-esteem, isn't it? That our mind can give us any excuse to avoid coming to the things that are really important. And, you know, we can let ourselves off the hook through low self-esteem or whatever it is and say, actually, maybe this isn't the right goal, maybe this isn't the right dream, so I'm not actually going to go for it at all. So I think what Louisa said about just focusing on one thing and doing it well is so crucial. So Claire, I hope that's helpful. And actually in those first couple of modules, it actually does talk about setting goals in different areas. So you can practice these techniques with small things. Maybe it's just about, if you run a yoga class, saying, right, I'm going to take my students from 10 to 15 within a month. You can set quite a small goal to practice these techniques. So don't wait for enlightenment or to write your book or to create your blockbuster film. Make it something that's really achievable so that you can actually work towards that goal, get success, and then work on to the next goal. So don't wait for the perfect dream, don't wait for the perfect moment, don't wait for the perfect goal. Just do it now with something that's in front of you and make it work. Okay, over to you, Louise.
Thank you. Yeah, I totally agree with you. And I think that often we do have goals, we have dreams, but we don't realize that we have them, because we all expect, like if you're in a room full of people and somebody says, like, write down your dream, and you see everybody else scribbling away and you think, oh my God, they've all got amazing dreams, I don't have one. But actually, I think everybody, most people in that room are in the same boat. You know, so our dreams don't make them too big. They don't have to be something that's huge. Our dreams are often right in front of us. Your dream could be, I don't know, or your goal can be, as James just said, something as simple as increasing the numbers in your yoga class, or, you know, it could be something like, I don't know, if you're setting up a business, it could be something like you're going to do a video, kind of like a vlog once a week, or write a blog once a week, something like that. Anything that you feel inspires you. Look at the areas of your life that inspire you. Somebody like Claire, she's a fantastic yoga teacher. I know that. So she's an amazing yoga teacher. So Claire, if you're listening to this, you know, I know how fantastic you are. So look at the things. I know some of the things that inspire in your life. Look at those areas that light you up. You know, what are your interests? What do you choose to spend your time doing, your spare time doing? What draws you? Notice the change inside of you when you think of something, or you read an article, or just things that you're naturally drawn to, and then say, okay, that lights me up inside, or I'm really interested in that. And then look at how you can develop that in your own life, how that you can bring that into your life in the way that really fulfills you. You know, and then move from there, and slowly start to evolve something that that you can grow into something that helps you become happier, helps you to contribute, whatever works for you. So, you know, our dreams are constantly changing. Remember I think it was on module 1 when I talked about what is a dream, you know, and your life's purpose, and your grand purpose, and your active life's purpose, and that things change along the way. We don't just have a dream and then it stays there until we've achieved it. Yes, maybe we may achieve it, hopefully we will achieve it, but often on the way to achieving that dream, it's changed 4 or 5 times, because the journey itself presents new ways forward for us. So never get stuck in going in a particular way, but have your ears and your eyes open for the opportunities that the universe offers to us. And as for the other thing, I think you also said, Claire, you not having one clear goal or having too many. Okay, so that's the other one. Oh my God, I've got so many goals. But then again, I think it's a prioritizing. and putting them into a structure. So as Jane said, remember from the Master Action Plan, you know, you're looking at specific areas. So our relationships and our finances, our career, our spirituality, our connection to nature. So it's useful for everybody out there to, you know, set goals in those main areas of our lives. Just have one or two, like just one thing on the boil all the time. And then we take ourselves forward in a very powerful way. We create balance through a whole of our life. But don't do too many things. Don't multitask too much. Just set your focus on one or two things, main goals or dreams, and slowly, day by day. I think that's the key to keep your inspiration high. And remember, the thing about inspiration is do things that are out of the box. Don't do the same thing over and over again because you get bored. So keep yourself alive and inspired, really. And as Jane said earlier, use the Dreams community because it's an amazing community, and that's where we all help each other. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you, Louise. Oh, such wise words. How are you all feeling? Are you enjoying this inspiration? Is it working for you? Write something in the box. I love what you've been saying. Maggie, you said that it's helped you just to focus on one or two dreams rather than having a lot, and working out what you're passionate about. And please do use the tutors. You know, we're here to support you. I know some of you have had some mentoring sessions. So some of these things it's hard to do in an online format, but many of you, you know, can come. We can have Skype mentorings. You know, connect with your tutors, because this is important. This is your life. It's so important to keep these things going and not just get caught up with the busyness of life and forget where we're going. So I really hope that this webinar has ignited your dreams and re-inspired you to use this course that you've invested in. You know, you've invested time, you've invested money. Please use it well. Please use us well. We're here to support you. We love getting emails, and there's a whole team of very enthusiastic people who love to reply. Please do use the course for yourself and tell your friends about it, please. We do have an affiliate system that we have now launched that I know a lot of you have students. So if you tell your students about the course, we do give you a fee if they buy the course. So it's a way that we can say thank you to you, that we can pass the course on and make it work for you financially as well. So there's so many exciting things coming up. We are very excited about doing more webinars. So this is a bit of an experiment today, just to let you know that Louise is actually in the West Midlands and Ayla and I are here in Wales. So this is quite an exciting feat of online webinar management that we are able to talk to you together here tonight and to link in with all of you all over the world. Thank you to the Australians who've got up very early to be with us today. Thank you to the Dutch people who've stayed up very late to be with us. And, you know, please use what we've put together. Chris, Louise and all the team, Michiel, have put so much effort into this course, and our prayer is that it really works for you and that you can come back to it again and again and again. It's there for you. It's there for you to be your friend when you need inspiration, to help you go towards the goals that are important to you. Please do use it. Use what's there. So as we close this webinar, goodbye from me and thank you for being here, and I'm going to hand over to Louise. And
it's been fantastic to be with you all. Thank you for all your questions, which I haven't actually seen, but I will look forward to catching up, and all your comments. And thank you for investing in this amazing course. I know that it was a dream of Chris and Mansukh, for many years to put together some of the cream of the techniques that we've been teaching. And so it's been a real joy to be able to put them together into this amazing course and to help so many people. So please do let people know about it. Let your students know about it. Let your friends know about it. And keep the questions coming. And it's amazing to see you. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. We're looking to doing some good sessions, which we will hopefully expand, definitely expand on maybe some new information for you as well on top of what you have on the course. So I look forward to seeing you, and have a wonderful evening wherever you are, a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world, and take care.